At the very lowest level of power are fuses. A lot of money for a fuse, a rounding error for the gains that it gives you.
All right, guys, it's Michael back with TMR and Ted from Synergistic. Listen, we've been diving really deep into the 6 pillars of synergy, and next is my personal favorite, one of my favorite subjects in all audio, power. All right, I'm just gonna let you take it. Power, what you got?
Guys ask me all the time. I get DMs on Facebook, we get emails at the factory. Where do I start with Synergistic Research, right? I've got this system, I got some nice speakers, I've got some good electronics. I can't do everything at once. Where do I start? And my answer is always power, 100%. At the very lowest level of power are fuses.
Okay.
Huge, a lot of money for a fuse, a rounding error for the gains that it gives you. The fuse is a huge EM blast point in the circuit, okay? We change that blast, we change that the way that it radiates into the rest of the circuit, and it is a night and day difference. So if you try one of my fuses with 30-day no risk money back guarantee, pop it in, listen to it in both directions, non-negotiable, gotta do it. Not gonna argue with you why, just listen, you'll hear a difference. You'll have one direction that sounds significantly better than the other, more open, more coherent, more locked. Then you let it break into your system. At the end of 30 days, take it out, put your stock fuse back in. You won't believe it's the same system. You won't return it. We get less than 2% return. We sell over 10,000 specialty fuses a year, less than 2% return rate. And once a guy tries some synergistic fuses, it's a short matter of time before everything is refused with a synergistic fuse. So that's the lowest cost way to get into the synergistic ecosystem on the power side. But the power cell itself, I patented the electromagnetic cell. Again, I was a power cord company, right? And my number one competitor came in with power cords, and they had a power conditioner. I looked at what they were doing and I'm like, this is the same recipe everybody's been doing with chokes and transformers and things that impede current, right? It's building a power conditioner to measure better on the isolated electron drift model. And I knew then that signal was a field. So how can I condition the field without impeding current? So I set up another adjacent field to the 60 cycles, right? With a ground plane that creates an inductive coupling to ground. The noise has a way to get out and it goes to ground. And that was the electromagnetic cell. And we came out with our first power cell, the PowerCell 10. It had an acrylic frame, an acrylic chassis, which allowed the fields to propagate. It has progressed through multiple generations, not just electromagnetic cells now, but also ELF, ULF biasing, metamaterials, and new chassis architecture where we allow the propagation to occur through the top and the view windows. So the view windows don't just show you how amazing our craftsmanship is, it also enables it to work better. If you plug a PowerCell line conditioner into your system and then run, if you want to do it as inexpensively as possible, you get the PowerCell 8 SX. I've compared it to the most expensive line conditioner from my number one competitor in the space. It's better than a $15,000 line conditioner named after a tall mountain, okay? And I recommend you try a PowerCell 8. Again, you want to keep it as inexpensive as possible. Get some pink power cords to go from that PowerCell 8 at $198 each to your components. You get a brand new, entirely better system. Better dynamics, better spatial information, smoother highs, more air. Everything is improved fundamentally. Wow. It is it's significant what it does. Very, very significant. And it's the one thing that it changes the electromagnetic environment behind the rack. So it improves your interconnects and speaker cables that you already have. And it dramatically improves the performance of your system.
That's incredible. And, all handmade, but I want to go back to the fuses. Those are all handmade too. You guys make those there in California, right?
We do. We apply metamaterial and we apply a conditioning process to the fuse. We have the fuse manufactured for us to spec, and then we make it our fuse by, other than it being our design, we make it our fuse by controlling the way it interacts with the electromagnetic field that's passing through it. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, and as our understanding of metamaterials continues to progress, because everything we build has metamaterial in it, we acquire enough new knowledge approximately every 2 years to come out with a new fuse, which is good. Fuses they wear out.
Right.
They're like fruits and vegetables. You can't buy a bunch of bananas, set it on the counter and eat it a year later or even a month later because it's gone bad. Fuses go bad with use over time.
Wow.
And they need to be replaced before they burn out.
That is one that's really hard for a lot of people to kind of wrap their mind around how important it is.
Look at a crappy little glass fuse. If it's been in there a long time, it's not shiny silver. It's like this black, pitted, nasty. It's wearing out. And they degrade. And fuses, they go in, they get better as they break in, they get better, they plateau, they hold there for a long time. Then in about 2 years, they start to taper off.
Interesting.
And at that time, we have a new conditioning process because we're always evolving our conditioning processes. So we have a new conditioning process, high voltage conditioning process to apply to the fuse, and we have a new metamaterial. And we have a new fuse coming out now, and it is unbelievable.
So I've heard a lot of buzz actually in like the last year, maybe year and a half, of people using them for rel subs. That's a big one in Magnapan speakers too.
Huge.
That's kind of become a big
But
thing.
it's huge on everything.
Yeah.
It's huge on amps. It's really a big deal on DACs. It's a big deal. It's a big deal on routers if it's got a removable fuse. It's a big deal on anything in your system. But yes, big deal on amps, big deal on subwoofers, big deal on magnaplaners, especially speaker. You got a fuse right there. Mm-hmm. You can't get closer to that EM field affecting the speaker than a fuse on the speaker located adjacent to the ribbon drivers.
Yeah, and it's right there. It's gonna take on issues, or if you fix it.
Yeah, and it's an easy thing. You just pop it in, you listen to it, flip it around, listen to it again, find which orientation you like better, let it sit in your system for a couple of weeks, pull it out. If you don't think it makes any difference, send it back, get 100% of your purchase price for the fuse back from the dealer. But that doesn't happen. What you end up doing is calling your dealer and buying more. Yeah.
All right, let's get to it.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm going to turn on the ELF, ULF biasing everywhere in the system all at once so you can hear it again with everything on. And of course, I've turned on the racks as well. Let's see what it sounds like.
Now I'm going to turn off all active SR tech that I can turn off. ELF, ULF biasing in the Cork Streamer server.
Off in the PowerCell 14. And off on the racks and off on the FEQ carbon. Let's get started.
Wow, that was night and day. Yeah.
All right, now I'm going to turn on the ELF, ULF biasing everywhere in the system all at once so you can hear it again with everything on. And of course, I've turned on the racks as well. Let's see what it sounds like.